Well, I have some great memories from high school, and I was blessed. I went to Parkway schools from kindergarten all the way through the 12th grade. And many people throughout my career kind of touched my life in a special way as I went through a grade school and high school. I'll tell you some fun stories. I think back to, early off, I was held back in the first grade. I had some learning challenges. And that's a tough pill to swallow for a young guy. You're in the first grade and you deal with that. And my gym teacher, his name is Ron Edwards, really special guy. And I happened to be the fastest runner, which is the only thing that really matters, right, when you're in the first grade. And so Ron Edwards pulled me aside, and he'd give me a ribbon maybe that I would run fast, or he'd take me on a fun run. And he took it so far that he came to my house once, and he took me to go meet with the St. Louis Cardinals, when the Cardinals used to be back in St. Louis. So he took me there, and it was a great opportunity to kind of see, hey, this is what life could be like. This is success at the pinnacle level. It was a very exciting experience. And so I was raised across the street by a single mom, across the street from Parkway Central High School. And my mother's this fantastic, hardworking gal. But I realized early off, if I was going to be successful, it was going to take a lot of help. I had some challenges, and so the more people I could inspire to be around me and want to be a part of a common cause, I knew that ultimately that would relinquish more success versus just average results. So in the 4th grade, I met this kid. He stole my girlfriend. His name's Jason Walker. And he's my best friend, has been my best friend from the 4th grade. And he and I decided then that we would go start companies together. He was kind of the yin to my yang. For all my strengths, he had greater strengths, and for all my weaknesses, he had greater strengths. And so Jason and I have gone on now to start 4 different companies. We have over 300 employees throughout 6 states on the West Coast, and it all started in the 4th grade at River Bend. So it's funny, managing people, and I'm responsible for over 300 employees. You have to determine, where do you spend your time? Where do you really invest? Where do you teach the lesson? Where do you drive home a purposeful moment with someone? And who do you spend your time with? And so there's a fantastic principal at Parkway Central. His name was Bill Meyer. And he took the extra time and effort to literally play a father figure type role in my life. He would clothe me, he would feed me, he would pull me aside and teach me valuable lessons. And it was just so special to have someone that deeply cared that much about your future and what you were going to go on to become. I think back to my coach, my high school football coach, Bob Trowbridge, great guy. And he kind of gave me my first nod in my life. I was a captain of the football team, the cheesy athletic guy in high school. And so Bob Trowbridge pulled me aside and he said, look, you're my leader. I want you to be verbal. I'm giving you a nod to inspire this team and make them a winning team. And from there, I enjoyed it. I loved it. I loved being the leader of people, and I haven't stopped. I haven't stopped since. So when I think back, it's so funny. I haven't been in high school for 20 years, right? And I feel like I was there yesterday. But when I think back to the kids that are sitting there and they're in those classes, my message to them would be, look, you don't have to be the smartest guy in the room. Because a lot of times the smartest guy in the room, he's the one that's not asking the questions. He's not asking for help. And the only way you're going to be successful in this lifetime is if you ask for help. You have to surround yourself with a team. You have to empower that team and celebrate their successes and say, oh, Susan, thank you so much for helping me in this area. I never could have done it without you. And that's what ignites the passion in other individuals that want to be a part of a common cause. So, those kids, don't get frustrated if you're not the A student and you're trying really, really hard. Well, that's good. It's called adversity. It's what builds that fire in your belly and passion in your heart so you can go and accomplish something big in your lifetime. And sometimes when things come really easy to you, it's not supposed to. Everything happens for a reason. You're there to learn a lesson. And to the teachers, I would say, I think it's easy sometimes for teachers to gravitate towards children that are just easy, right? You tell them to go left and they go left. You tell them to get in line and they get in line, And what I'll say is, as I've gotten older, usually those people become great employees. They're very good employees for you, but they're not the people that this country needs right now. This country needs radical leadership. This country needs people that are willing to take risks, that are willing to invest major time and sacrifice into building something special. And that's what our country was built on. I'm a crazy entrepreneur, as you can tell. You know, I love to start businesses. I'm delusional enough to think that I can start a business that hasn't been created in the last 20 million years. And I love starting these businesses and running them. But it's who I was as a kid. I was a little bit of a dreamer, a little bit of ADD. I couldn't focus too much, you know. Always had some other idea or opportunity on my mind. And it's the teachers that pulled me aside and said, hey, let's channel that. Yes, you can do that. You can accomplish that. Let's talk about how we do that, what goals and metrics we put in place to do it. But I'm not going to ask you to be a sheep. I'm not going to ask you to get in line with everybody else and just do what everybody else does, because you can be special. You can be different. And so I think it's those small fruits that different people instill inside of you when you're a young man and you're growing up by a single mom and you don't have a father figure and you're questioning, hey, can I or can't I? If there's a few people that'll just pull you aside and say, yes, you can. How can I help? And then let's go make it happen. And I definitely had that by those three people in my life as I kind of moved on through the Parkway School District. It was fantastic. And, you know, I've been back in St. Louis, Missouri in about 10 years. You know, I came back from California today and you drove around and those memories come back. You go, wow, you know, a lot's changed. But at the same time, those Midwestern values, that work ethic that was instilled inside of me by so many great school teachers, you know, I want them to know that their career was so purposeful. You know, everybody wants to have a purposeful career. Everybody wants to have a meaningful life. And they touched my life in a way that, you know, it's difficult to put into words. You just hope that you can somehow convey that in a way you go, hey, thank you very much. I'm so grateful for what you've done for me.